Guys, we got three massive news to talk about. Funding secured massive cash injection that could help NIO survive for an extra year. And also some good news with NIO, some good news with Onvo. But first, I want you guys to do me a favor and sign up for the free NIO phone giveaway. And what you're signing up for is a free newsletter that will send text notifications to your phone about potential great stock picks, and it's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no hidden fees or anything like that. Just sign up. It's absolutely free, and you'll be entered for the giveaway. And it also helps me out a lot, so please go sign up for that. Link is up there and also down below. So let's start off with big news number one. We got the champion edition of the NIOs that they just announced 1 hour ago as of recording this video. And here is a very nice video showcasing the champion edition. There are bringing aesthetic changes and also some performance changes to this, and this is very, very nice. So let's quickly go over the price. The price is, of course, a little bit more expensive than the base variants of these cars, and the champion version will only be available for ET5, ET5T, and the EC6, which is very nice. So the price of the ET5 and ET5T will be 316k RMB for BAS, with renting the battery 246k RMB. For the EC6, it's 370k RMB, and if you rent the battery, it's only 300k RMB. So roughly a little less than 20k more expensive than 20k RMB more expensive than the default version. So of course, what are you getting with this champion edition? You are getting lime accents on the brake calipers, on the seat belts. Very, very nice. And then any gloss part inside the car is going to be turned into matte. So they're calling it the Moon package, which is very nice as well. And of course, you got the champion edition logo at the bottom of every door and also at the trunk. Very nice. For the ET5 and ET5T, the 20-inch rims will come standard. These are new rims. And then for the EC6, 21-inch rims will come standard, and you can choose two tires, performance tires or efficiency tires. You also have the option to choose carbon fiber side mirrors. These are actual carbon, all right, not carbon fiber, carbon side mirrors. And then, of course, you got Alcantara wheels, new seats with microfiber, and also microfiber roofing in the car as well. So it's just really, really nice inside the car as well. There's also some performance changes to the car. So they've modified the front and rear anti-tilt bar to give a torsional stiffness increase of 6%. So this is going to help you with like tight turns and corners and all that kind of stuff. And there's also exclusive software for the Champion Edition with better optimization. And there's also the EP mode, which is previously only exclusive on the ET5 and ET5T, but they're also bringing this to the EC6, which I think will really help boost the sales of the EC6. EP mode gives you complete control, allowing you to drift the car. You can adjust everything down to the amount of torque in each wheel. Very, very nice. So this is just launched today. It's not a limited edition, all right? So people can buy as many of these as they want, and it's not going to run out. So it's just a different variant that they can choose, which is very, very nice. And I'm expecting some people to buy this. This is going to be very nice. News number two, we have, of course, the Onvo L90. NIO CEO has officially released photos of this car, the interior of this car, and this car looks really nice. And the caption phrase that he used, 6 VIP seats. So the rear third row seats are not neglected, right? In most 3-row cars, the third row seat is just absolutely like tight in spacing, absolutely trash in terms of comfort, but not in Onvo L90. This third row seat will also be electronically adjusted, super comfortable, a VIP seat. Of course, these photos also showcase the big screen, and this car is going to be pretty much like an Li Auto L9. All right, you got the big screen, you got remote control for the screen. You also have a big fridge under the center console, which is also very, very nice. And then you got zero gravity seats. You can turn it into bed mode. And this has 3 screens, right? You got the front screen, center screen, and then you got the rear big screen on top and the smaller screen at the bottom, which is very, very interesting. And of course, you got a massive heads-up display for the driver as well. And from what it seems, this is very, very comfortable. And this is the 6-seater version. So there's also going to be the 7-seater version, which will also be very, very nice. And this car will probably be They also have storage space to have the freezer that the Envoy L60 has. So that also means you could have a car that has 2 fridges. That's absolutely crazy, right? A smaller one for drinks and all that kind of stuff, and then also doubles as a heater. All right, so not just cooling, but also heating for the one inside the car, and then the one in the trunk is going to be fridge/freezer, which you can use to store ice cream or anything you bought from the grocery store that needs to be stored cold. So this is very nice, definitely a family car. Now, they will release this car very soon, in about a week or so. I heard that on the 10th, that's when they're going to be officially announcing it, and deliveries in Q3, so very, very soon. And this car, the pricing will determine everything. I really hope that they price this car under 300k RMB. And if they're smart, they're going to price this car under 300k RMB, and they will sell really well. If they price this above 300k RMB, I think for the top variant, they could do that. But if anything way over 300k RMB, you're entering into the premium category, which is going to be like a little bit more difficult to sell. And you're also going to be competing with NIO, right? Envoy competing with NIO. You're going to have price overlap with the ES6. So you don't really want that to happen. So I'm hoping for pricing below 300k RMB. That's going to be a big, big seller. And yeah, I'm very, very bullish on this, guys. All right, news number 3. This is the big, big news. There are rumors online that CYVN will further invest 2.2 billion US dollars into NIO for 20+% equity stake in the company. And apparently, there's a lot of people saying this online here in China. And they've said it's not officially announced yet, so we'll have to take that with a grain of salt. Is it real? Is it not real? We're not too sure, but I wouldn't be too surprised if it was real, because NIO kind of does need the money. And of course, CYVN, it would be better for them to give them a helping hand instead of seeing NIO, potentially run out of money. So I think it's better to have NIO have enough money to get through that hump of profitability. Of course, with this is like more of a safety net, in case we don't hit profitability in Q4, then of course you still have a little bit more time to get profitable. But definitely we do hope that they are profitable in Q4 of this year. 2.2 billion for 20% equity is a little bit over the market valuation, market cap of NIO at the moment, but I guess this is a fair valuation at the moment. Okay, and this is definitely 2.2 billion. That's enough for, let's say, another year, basically. I mean, if they're losing close to $1 billion per quarter, then maybe half a year. Okay, but this is probably, if you're stretching it with the cost optimizations and everything, this will probably last them an extra year, no problem. Okay, so still, we shouldn't be too happy about this. We should really still, look forward to profitability. Okay, and this should more of just be a safety net. So 2.2 billion, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. But what do you guys think about this? And also sign up for the NIO phone giveaway. Sign up for the free newsletter, Stock Alert. Please sign up. All right. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.